From start to finish, what's the average length of time you spend on creating a song? Super rough. Super rough estimate.
It take me like, I can write a full song in like 30 minutes.
Referring to your most popular song that you've mentioned, do you remember how long that actually took you?
That was no time. It was like 15 minutes.
And is because that took 15 minutes and your average is 30, does that encourage you to keep the boundary of that time on creating a song?
Yeah, I mean, it encourage. I mean, every time I'm in the studio, I try to challenge myself. But I like to write before I get to the studio, you know, just to have it. And I learned that from Pac. That's why I respect Pac, because it's like Pac used to write a lot of stuff beforehand. So when you get in the studio, you know, and that's the time where I was like, I didn't want to, waste people money and that was paying for the sessions. I wanted to make sure when I went in that bitch, it was work being done. You know what I'm saying? But now I could kind of freelance and, do what I do. But I still get work done though.
Is that because you're on a record label now, you have a budget, that sort of thing, so you're not...
It got something to do with it.
Okay. Now, gonna use this term loosely because you do write, but also freestyle punch in.
Right.
Have you ever experienced writer's block?
Absolutely. That's common. If you're writing your own shit, you're gonna experience writer's block.
How do you personally cope when that happens?
Listen to my favorite artists. I would read, watch movies, and step away from writing at times to try to like find inspiration from real life. But yeah, it's common. It's nothing uncommon to have. If you're writing your own music, you're gonna experience writer's block for sure. It's natural.
Care to share who your favorite artist is?
To listen to when I have writer's block?
Yeah.
Nas.
Longest you worked on a song, stopped because of writer's block, but ended up finishing it at another point of time.
3 days.
Not one of those scenarios where work on a song, stop, tuck it away, 6 months later or a year later, you pick it back up.
Not at all. And with writer's block, at first, I used to put a lot of pressure on myself to try to get it done, but as I got older, I learned how to like relax a little bit and let the inspiration kind of come to you, because I used to try to push for inspiration, But now, I know how to deal with it easy now, Just let my mind at ease.
You were forcing it before.
Yeah, it was more of a force when I was young, but now it's like, sometimes you gotta just chill, because you don't want to wreck your brain, you know what I'm saying? Let that shit come to you.
When you listen to the past music, can you tell, does the forcefulness come through when you listen to the older music? When those times did happen where you were forcing it?
Nah, because, when you experience writer's block, at times when you try to force lyrics, you come up with, and this is not necessarily stuff that you record, stuff that you write, you come up with shit that ain't that hard, you know what I'm saying? Because you trying to get the song done, and it's like, nah, you gotta you gotta allow yourself a chance to be able to find inspiration instead of just killing yourself really trying to get some shit done where you can just chill. Because that causes stress on your mind, and that ain't play at all.
And when it comes to your lyrics, whether it was on the pad or on the phone, ever lost lyrics?
Absolutely.
How do you cope with that?
Mad as hell. It make you want to stick with the paper.
Trying to remember the lyrics, that sort of thing?
Yeah, just trying to remember them and trying to find that inspiration that you had at the moment, because it could be a moment to where you get a ton of inspiration at once and you just jotting, and then might break your phone or something. And that shit gone. You ain't back up, your iCloud ain't back up on some stupid shit. And everything gone, so it used to piss me off a lot.
How successful or unsuccessful is trying to remember the lyrics and things of that nature?
Sometimes, I say it's a 50-50. Yeah, I say it's a 50-50, for sure.
How many songs do you think you've lost so far in your music career?
Probably like four songs that I can remember.
Has there been a worse instance of this?
Nah,
Have you ever gotten emotional creating or recording a song?
Yep.
To the point you shed a tear?
Mm-hmm.
Creating or recording specifically?
Recording.
And do you keep those emotions on record?
Absolutely. That's the rawness.
How many songs does that happen?
I would say one that stood out. For sure. Song I did about my cousin who passed on my last project, Keisha's Maze.
Is that the name of the project or the name of the song?
Name of the song. Name of the project is Pandemic. Name of the record is Keisha's Maze. It's the last record on the project. Definitely shed some tears in the booth on that one.
Was there almost an instance of not being able to finish recording that song or even releasing it because of the emotions you faced?
No, I wanted to finish because I felt like that was like getting it out for me, letting it out on wax.
How long after this person passes away do you create that song?
2 months.
How does one know the right time to create a song about someone that's passed away?
It's whatever, and that's a great question because after she died, I wasn't even like immediately. I wasn't thinking about expressing it through art. I was just focusing on grieving, safely because sometimes grief it comes abrupt and it'll mess you up. So I would say no one knows. It's just whenever you feel like it's time. It's time. Whether you a recording artist, hooper, whatever, football player, whatever you want to take that aggression out of, nobody knows.
Was that song spontaneous or premeditated? Like you always wanted to create this song?
It was spontaneous. I didn't know my cousin was going. She was young. She was fairly young when she died, so I didn't never know. I didn't expect her to die this early, so it was definitely spontaneous. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me rephrase because I don't know if that answer still holds for this question. But I meant, was the song spontaneous in the sense that after she passes away, you hear a beat, for example, that gets you to create this song randomly, so to speak? Or was it something you wanted to create after she passed away? Like you knew you wanted to, but maybe you didn't have the correct beat or the right beat at the time?
Yeah, it was that. It was like I knew after she died, I wanted to express my love for her through music. But it took a while to kind of find the inspiration and to find the perfect beat to match the emotion that I was on, that I wanted to convey.
So how did that song end up coming about?
I was going through my email and listening to beats, and I heard a beat with a gospel sample on it, and I was like, "Oh, this it. This is how I wanna this the beat I wanna approach for Keisha."
And then you started writing.
Yeah.
And specifically on the phone or pen and pad?
On the phone. Yep. That didn't take me no time to write.
How have other family members reacted to that song?
Crazy. Like they loved it. You know what I'm saying? It was sad, but they definitely fucked with it for sure.
Is there a music video for it?
Nah.
Did she do music herself by any chance?
She did. Absolutely.
Did you two ever collaborate at some point?
Nah, but that song was the first time that we collaborated, but she collaborated posthumously, you know what I'm saying? She had a freestyle on, like, from Houston, you had Screw Tape, DJ Screw Tapes. So she was on a Screw Tape freestyling. And at the end of the record, I put that freestyle at the end of the song. So it could be like, because it's featuring, if you go on the song, it's featuring Keisha Pimp. That was her rap name. So I wanted to do that because, I thought it would be dope. But yeah, she did music. She was hard.
What was the age difference between you two?
Man, that was 2020, 2021. I was 21, she was 43, so 22 years. Yeah, 23 years.
Was there ever talk of you two collaborating?
Nah,
But she was aware of your music career?
Absolutely. She was very proud, very tapped in, supportive too.
Was there a song of yours she enjoyed in particular?
I don't know.